Hello and welcome to my channel where I budget for the day-to-day while planning and saving for tomorrow. We are a family of 3, debt-free apart from our mortgage, living a simple but pleasant life in order to keep our future bright. For this video, I will be doing some planning for how we will use my husband's bonus. If you watched my earlier February 2023 budget video, I talked about the potential for my husband to receive a bonus this month. Well, we found out that he will be receiving one again this year, and how much the net amount hitting our bank account will be. So once we learned the number, my husband and I, we sat down and we talked about the different goals we want to work towards using this money. And we decided this year to really be more planful about it. In previous years, when we've received the bonus, we didn't plan for it. We knew it was coming, but we didn't use it intentionally. And so much of it just seemed to just slip through our fingers. And we ended up just not knowing where it went. It went towards this and that and the other, and we didn't really achieve anything with it. So this year we want to be more planful. And so when we learned how much, like I said, we decided to go through the different things that we want to prioritize, and we're going to go through that here today. So we learned that he's going to be receiving, or we're going to be receiving, net $6,300, give or take just a little bit. It may be $10 to $20 either side, but the budget that the plan that we've come up with can deal with that amount of flexibility if need be. So we've come up with 11 or 12 goals that we want to put this money towards. The first one that we really want to start with is our long-term or emergency savings. Now, if you saw my emergency fund planning video, you will know that I did the calculations to figure out what a 3, 6, or 12-month emergency fund would be for my family, what the expense, what our 12-month, 6-month, 3 months living expenses are. And so now we are working on a goal to meet the amount that we would need to have a funded emergency fund. So we will be putting $1,500 toward our long-term emergency savings. Now this is just from the bonus. It is not including our regular bi-weekly savings from our regular paychecks. This is just the extra money that we will be putting towards that this month. The second thing that we want to contribute to is our kiddos' education fund. Now he's 5 years old, and he has about 20 different things he wants to be when he grows up, some of which require a college degree, some of which don't. So we will be putting $500 extra toward his education fund using the bonus money. We have started a more consistent savings for his education, as we're seeing his interest in learning. So this is just, again, it's on top of what we are saving each month towards his education fund. The third thing that we want to fund or contribute to are our cash sinking funds, to get a really good head start on expenses like Christmas and back to school and car maintenance, home maintenance, all of those different funds. And we'll be putting $500 into those. The next, excuse me, the next fund that we want to contribute to is our vacation fund. We have a plan to go to an indoor water park resort for just a couple of nights over spring break. And this will more than cover that. We're going to put $1,000 toward that. And then whatever we don't use for spring break, which will be a fair amount of that, will just be rolled forward towards our next vacation, probably sometime in the summer. The next goal that we want to contribute to are some home improvements. We don't really have a big project to fund right now. There's some that are kind of in the 5-year plan, but we have a room that needs to be painted, and we want to get some shelving put in, organization stuff. So the home improvements, we're not going to fund very heavily, but we will put $1,000 towards those. And again, any that we don't, whatever we can get accomplished with $1,000, great. If we have more than what we'll use for the list that we have, even better. But if we don't, we'll just get done what we can get done with $1,000. The next 3 categories are my husband, myself, and the kiddo. So this is the fun money for each of us to spend. And we can spend it on whatever we want, obviously with the kiddo within reason. And we're each going to be getting $200. Now the kiddo, that $200, some of it might go towards something extra fun for his birthday party. We'll talk to him to see if there's anything in particular he really wants or wants to do, but we're not just going to hand him $200. The next item, actually, that we will be purchasing is a new television. Now, on the surface, that seems like a really frivolous, unnecessary purchase. And to be fair, it is unnecessary, but it's less frivolous than you might think. The television that we will be replacing is over 15 years old. We didn't realize it was that old until we actually sat down and thought about it. And it's a decent TV. It's a modern TV. It's not one of those old tube TVs. But it is definitely older. The sound's still good on it. The picture's still pretty good on it. But the resolution it's not that great because it is an older TV. The TVs back then just didn't have the resolution. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace it, and since it is in good shape, we're going to move the old TV to our kiddo's playroom for him to watch movies, play video games, that sort of thing on. And the new TV will just maybe be about a size bigger, nothing extravagant. It won't be fully loaded with all the bells and whistles because we just don't care enough for that. And so we're going to put a budget of about $500, and we've been shopping around to see what $500 can get us, and it can definitely get us the television that we want. And then the last thing that we want to allocate money to, oh wait, no, there's 2 more. The next thing is some day camps for the kiddo. Summer's coming, and we want to make sure he's in some activities to help with, enrichment and fun. So we'll be putting $500 towards his day camps this summer, and registration opens for those really in the next couple of weeks. So the timing on this is really pretty perfect for that. And then the final category is just some family fun. Some outings, maybe some Saturday afternoon activities. My kiddo's never been to a movie theater. Maybe we'll do that. And I think the remaining amount, if I added everything up correctly, is $200. Now I'm going to take my calculator here and I'm going to add it all up. Yep, and we've got $6,300. So thank you for coming along with me as I laid out the plan for how we're going to use my husband's bonus. Like I said, in previous years, we never had a plan and it just kind of floated away, as money tends to do when you don't have a plan. So this year, we're pretty confident that this plan will work for us. Thank you again for coming with me. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions on how or why we made the decisions that we did, and I will see you next time. Thanks a bunch.